The early morning sun cast long shadows over the quiet suburban streets of Brookfield Heights, a neighborhood known for its leafy parks and jogging trails. Most mornings, runners and walkers alike filled the paths with laughter, breathless chatter, and the rhythmic pounding of sneakers against pavement. On this particular morning, Jamal Thompson was out for his routine jog. Tall, athletic, and in his early 20s, Jamal moved with effortless grace, headphones in place, his mind focused on the upcoming college finals and his part-time job at the local community center. What Jamal didn't expect was to become the target of suspicion in the very community he had grown up in. As Jamal passed by the cul-de-sac near his mother's office, a stately brick building housing the mayor's chambers, a woman stepped out of her front porch, clutching her phone tightly. She was Karen Mitchell, a resident known for her loud complaints about everything from noise to parking. When she saw Jamal jogging, she narrowed her eyes. "Who is that guy?" she muttered, her voice dripping with suspicion. Within moments, Karen was on the phone with 911, her voice urgent. "There's a man jogging around my neighborhood," she said to the dispatcher. "He looks suspicious. I don't know what he's doing here, but I want someone to come check him out." The dispatcher reassured her help was on the way. Minutes later, two patrol cars arrived at the scene. Officers stepped out, their eyes scanning the surroundings before focusing on Jamal, who was now slowing down to catch his breath. "Excuse me, sir," one officer called out. "Can you tell us what you're doing here?" Jamal pulled out his earbuds, surprised. "I'm just jogging, officer. I live here." The officers exchanged glances but proceeded to ask for ID. Before Jamal could reach for his wallet, the other officer recognized him. "Wait a minute," she said quietly. "Aren't you Jamal Thompson?" "Yes," Jamal said, trying to keep his composure. "We're sorry, son," the first officer said. "We didn't realize." Word traveled fast in Brookfield Heights. Soon enough, Jamal's mother, Mayor Angela Thompson, was informed of the incident. At City Hall, Angela sat at her desk, reviewing reports when her assistant interrupted. "Mayor, there's been a complaint about your son being stopped while jogging in the neighborhood." Angela frowned, immediately concerned. "Stopped? Why?" "They say a resident called 911, claiming suspicious activity." Angela's face tightened. "I want to speak with the officers and the resident immediately." Later that day, Angela met with the officers and Karen at the police station. The tension in the room was palpable. Angela spoke first, her voice steady but firm. "Jamal has lived in this neighborhood his entire life. There is no reason for him to be treated as a suspect in his own community." Karen, visibly uncomfortable, mumbled, "I was just concerned. I didn't mean any harm." Angela nodded but pressed on. "Concerns based on assumptions about race hurt our community. We must do better. We owe Jamal and every resident the benefit of trust and respect." The police chief agreed, committing to additional training for officers on implicit bias and community relations. In the days following, Angela held a town hall meeting, inviting residents to discuss concerns and foster understanding. Jamal spoke about his experience, emphasizing that suspicion and prejudice can undermine the very safety they all want to protect. The story of Jamal Thompson's encounter became a rallying point for change in Brookfield Heights, a call to recognize that no one should be profiled in their own home. For Jamal, the incident was a stark reminder of the work still needed to build a community where everyone feels seen, respected, and safe.